Today I'm going to show you how to make print and cut gift tags with your Cricut machine. If we're just meeting right now, hi, my name is Nisha. Welcome to Little Craft Nest. Now, I remember when I first got my Cricut many years ago and I was trying to make some print and cut gift tags, I got really frustrated. But it is really a whole lot easier than you think it is, and I'm going to walk you through each of the steps. The supplies you'll need for today are a Cricut machine. You can use one of the Explorers or the Maker, or if you plan on purchasing the Venture, you'll be able to do this on there as well. You'll need a colored printer and some cardstock. Now, one thing before we start, if you have not calibrated your Cricut machine before, or you haven't done it in a long time, now is a great time to do that. If you don't know how to calibrate your Cricut machine, I do have a really short video on that, which I will leave linked down below in the description. Let's jump on to Cricut Design Space and get started. The first thing you'll have to do is find a gift tag template. So to do that, we're gonna go over to Images, type in gift tag, and we're gonna look at the free images. So under Filter, click on Free. Now scroll down and you'll see a number of different gift tags. Today we're going to select this one right here. It's called the Classic Tag, and I will leave the image number for this linked down below in the description of this video. So click on that one and then click Add to Canvas. Now it's already sized at a great size. It's 1.7 by 3.1, and that's a great size for a gift tag. But we want to zoom in a little bit so we can see what we're doing a little better. So at the bottom left, you can zoom in on your screen. If we head over to the Layers panel, you'll notice we have more than one layer, and one of those layers is hidden. So we have this gray layer that you see here. And if you click underneath, there is another layer also called Classic Tag. And if you click that little eye with the line going through it, you'll see that other layer. And it looks like this layer here is green. And right now these layers are grouped together. So to ungroup them, you can go above the Layers panel and click on Ungroup. And then you can see the two layers here. We're just gonna do a simple gift tag today. So we're only going to work with one layer. So I'm gonna delete this green layer here. And you'll see back in the Layers panel, we only have one layer now. I want to make our tag white today. So under Operation, I'm gonna change this to white. You don't have to make it white. You can make it any color you want, but keep in mind color does matter because we are printing this out. Now we also have a white background, which makes it a little more difficult to see the tag we're working on. So at the bottom of your Layers panel, click on Blank Canvas, go back up to the top, and we can change the color of our canvas. Let's make it a light gray. And if you wanted to, you can get rid of these grid lines as well by going between these two rulers here at the top left-hand corner and clicking on that square to get rid of your grid lines. Now we need to decide what we want on our gift tag. So I recently uploaded some images from Design Bundles, so I'm gonna head over to Upload, and I have this Christmas drink image here. So I'm gonna select this and click on Add to Canvas. Now, if you want to learn how to upload images to Cricut Design Space, I do have a video on that, so I'll leave that link down below in the description as well. Now, this is a sublimation design and it is huge, so we need to shrink this down. So make sure under Size that your image is locked before you change your size. So let's lock the size of our image here and then shrink the width down to about 2 inches. And there it's much smaller, and we can place this image onto our gift tag. Now, if you like this image, it is currently free on Design Bundles. I'm making this video on July 24th. So if you're watching this video shortly after I upload it, you should be able to find this image for free as well. So we have now sized our image and put it on top of our gift tag, but I would like to add some text to this as well. So let's go over to text and type in Merry Christmas. And let's go ahead and change the font. So go under fonts, and I'm gonna use a font that I uploaded to my computer from Font Bundles. And this font is also currently free in July 2023, but if it's no longer available for free, I'm sure you can find it available for purchase. So the font is called Buttermilk, and here it is right here. This is a really pretty font, and I thought it would work really well with the Christmas theme. We're gonna shrink this down so it fits on our gift tag, and you can play around with the size if you want. And remember, like I said before, color does matter because we are gonna print this out. So I don't want my text to be gray. Let's make it a red. So under our color swatch up here, let's make that red. Now I don't like the spacing between the word Merry and Christmas. I'd like these words to be a little closer together. So we can go up to line spacing, and you can see right now it's set at 1. I'm gonna change this to -2 and click on enter. And now my words are much closer together. Now, if you wanted to, you could add a name below this. You could do Merry Christmas Sheila or Merry Christmas Frank, whatever name you want to use. Or you can just leave it blank. If you were making piles and piles of these Christmas gift tags, you probably don't want to personalize every single one of them. You may just want to write the name in by hand afterwards, and you can definitely do that. So today I'm just going to leave it at Merry Christmas because I want to make a number of these gift tags, and I don't feel like typing out each and every name, but you could definitely do that if you wanted to. Now I want to make sure everything is lined up and centered, so I'm going to select all of my layers here. So I have my image, my gift tag, and the text all selected. You can see them all selected in the layers panel. Then go over to align, and we're going to center this horizontally. Now that everything is in place, we need to make sure this prints out and cuts the way we want it to. So this is a very important step that you do not want to miss. And if you miss it, it'll leave you frustrated. So I have all my layers selected here. We're gonna go down below the layers panel and click on flatten. Now, if you look back in the layers panel, you can see all those layers now have become one layer. So what's gonna happen is our printer is gonna print out this image, and then it's gonna cut around our gift tag here and also make that hole in the center. Now, let's say you wanted to make more than one gift tag. There's a few ways to have your printer print out more than one of these images at a time. So you could do that right here on our canvas screen by going over to duplicate right above the layers panel. We can click on that a few times, and now we have 3 gift tags. Now these gift tags are all ready to print out, so let's go ahead and click on make it. So you can see here on our mat that we have our 3 gift tags, and you may be wondering, I don't see the gift tag, I just see the images. That's because our gift tag, we made that white and our paper is white. So no ink will be going on our paper where you made the color white. Now, when you look at this, you may be thinking, oh, we're wasting a lot of paper here. Can I fit more on the page without going back to the canvas? And yes, absolutely you can. So underneath project copies at the top left-hand corner, we can change how many copies we want. So let's change this to 3 copies and click on apply. And so now we have 9 gift tags printing out on 1 sheet of paper. So let's go ahead and click on continue, and then click on send to printer. So over here you can print out more copies if you wanted to. So let's say you wanted this page printed out 3 times so that you're making 27 gift tags instead of 9 gift tags. You can go ahead and change the number of copies that you have printed out. I'm going to leave this at 1. Now, if the background color of your gift tag is any color other than white, I highly recommend leaving the bleed on. Now, because my background is white, the bleed's not gonna matter. So what happens is, let's say your background color is blue. The blue ink is going to extend over your cut line marks, so the ink will be stretched out slightly further on your image, so that if your calibration of your Cricut machine is slightly off, you're not gonna notice because that color has been extended around your image. But since my background image is all white, there's no need for me to have the bleed on, so I'm just gonna turn that off. One thing you always want to do, no matter what, is use system dialog. So make sure you turn this switch on, and then go ahead and click on print. Now you're gonna see this circling for a little bit as you wait for your print box to pop up, and you may not see it right away because often it is hiding behind your Design Space screen. So you may need to move your Design Space window down to find your print box popping up behind it. So here is my print box, and we have print in color turned on. Make sure that's always turned on and you're not printing in black and white. And then under media and quality, I'm gonna switch the quality from normal and change that to best. Now, your print box may look slightly different than mine depending on the printer and computer that you are using. I'm using a Mac computer and my printer is an Epson EcoTank. But if you're using a different computer or a different printer, you'll still be able to have your print box pop up. You'll be able to change the quality of your prints as well, but your options may look a little different than mine. So before I click on print, I'm going to make sure I've loaded my cardstock into my printer. Right now I have paper in there, so I'm just going to take that out and throw some cardstock into my printer. Make sure your cardstock isn't super thick because it may get caught up in your printer. Now, if you want to use thicker cardstock and your printer has a rear feeding tray, you'll be able to use that thicker material in your printer. Not all printers have that, so I would suggest sticking to a lighter or medium cardstock when putting it through your printer. So once your chosen material is in your printer, you can go ahead and click on print. Once your images have printed out, you can go ahead and put your cardstock on a light grip mat and then go back onto Design Space and we're going to set our base material. So I'm using medium cardstock, so I'm going to select cardstock over here. Then we're going to load our mat into our Cricut machine and have our gift tags cut out. You'll see here before your machine starts to cut out your gift tags that there is a little light on your machine that is scanning the black registration marks on your paper. These registration marks allow your Cricut machine to know where to cut. So once your machine has detected these marks, it will then begin to cut out your design. Once your gift tags are all cut out, you can take them off the mat. The best way to do this is flip your mat upside down and carefully peel your mat off your cardstock to prevent your cardstock from curling up or bending. And here are our cute little Christmas tags, and they're ready to be placed on a gift. I hope you enjoyed today's project. If you have any questions at all, please leave them down below in the comments. I do have some other videos on print and cut showing you how to make different stickers and other projects. So go ahead and check those out. I'll leave those linked down below in the description. And I hope to see you on more crafting adventures.